Hi, today we're going to talk about the transposive matrix. What's the transposive matrix, you ask? Well, it's when you rewrite all the rows in that matrix into columns and vice versa. You didn't understand the thing, did you? It's okay, don't freak out. Don't worry, we'll take it step by step. Let's start by talking about a matrix. A matrix is a rectangular array of numbers written in between two parentheses, or simply square brackets. Okay, and what's the transposing thing then? We'll look into that in a moment, but now look at this. This is a matrix, two rows of numbers written in between two parentheses. The process of transposing will now begin. We'll take the first row, 1, 2, and 3, and we will put it in a column by the same order, 1, 2, and 3. Now let's repeat that with the second row. We'll take 4, 5, and 6, and we will rewrite them into a column by the same order, 4, 5, and 6. Now that's how the new matrix looks like, and the process of transposing is all done and ready. All we have to do now is to translate this into Python. Hey, before you start crying, take the deepest breath and let's start programming, and may the coding be ever in your favor.
We should write a program that takes a list of matrix and returns the transpose of the given matrix. As you see, the input is a list of lists, and the output too is a list of lists. So let's start coding. Don't worry, it's easier than what you think. First, as we know, we should write the name of the function. Define transpose A, and A is the list of lists, so it's only one variable. If we want the output to be in the large list 2, we should write L1 equal empty list that acts as an accumulator so we can append in it later. For more explanation, we have A, which is large list that consists of small lists in it, a list of 1 and 2, a list of 3 and 4, and a list of 5 and 6. In this program, it only works when all the small lists in A are equal in length. Therefore, there is a connection between the input list and the output list. Can you guess what is it? In the small list in A, we have two numbers, so the output list contains two lists. After that, we take numbers from each small list in A with the same index and add them into the small list in the output list. What do we understand from that? We understand that the small list in A is L2 with length of A, and L1 is the whole output with the length of A index 0. So let's continue coding. For I in range len A, index 0, L2 equal empty list. For j in range len A, value equal A, index j, index I, L2 dot append value, L1 dot append L2, and finally return L1. Wait, what happened here? Don't worry, we're gonna make it more understandable and fun. We thought of a different story than the transpose of matrix. Just forget this boring mathematical stuff and hear the story. Imagine that the input is scattered information about a family tree. Yes, imagine that. And grandma wants you to organize this scattered information into an organized one. They ask you if you can list grandma and her daughters and her grandchildren, and to list the age of her grandchildren too. How can you put this information into written lists? Imagine that the large list is grandma, and the small lists are mamas, which in this case we have two mamas, and the number of values in each list is the number of babies. So baby 1, baby 2, and baby 3. But the values themselves are the ages of each baby. Is it more interesting now? I guess it is. Let's see the code again and go step by step. So we started with line 11 when the function was recalled. In line 1, we have the name of the function and the list that is to be organized. In this case, A is a large list with 3 small lists in it, a list of 1 and 2, a list of 3 and 4, and a list of 5 and 6. In line 2, we have the grandma list, which is the large output list, so we just wait to append in it later. Then we jump to the next line. For I in range, len A index 0. A index 0 is a list of 1 and 2, so len A index 0 is 2. Notice that 2 is the number of mamas in the family. Next, the range is from 0 to 1. So, in the first loop of I equals 0. Next line we have mama's list empty. That later we have to add the ages of babies in it. Line 5 for j in range len A. Len A equals 3, and notice that 3 is the number of babies that each mom has. The range is 0, 1, and 2. So in the first loop of J equals 0. Mama had a child with the age of 1. We came to know that because of ages of babies. A index 0 index 0 equal 1. Then we should add the ages of the babies to their mamas. So we add the age to mama's list using mama list.append ages of babies. After we finish with the first loop of J, we start the other one with J equal 1. So the age of the child is 3, and we add it to mama. So now mama has 2 babies. They are the age of 1 and 3. Third loop of J equal 2, and the ages of babies equal 5. Last, the first mama in the family has 3 children with the ages of 1, 3, and 5. Can we search for another loop of J? No, we can't, because mama only has 3 babies. So we add them to the family tree. The top of the family tree is, of course, grandma. It's time to append mama into the grandma list, second mama in the family. We just do the same as we did with the first mama. So we start the second loop of I. We just do the same as we did with the first mama, finding the number of babies that this mama has and the ages of her babies too. So the final ages of her babies is 2, 4, and 6, and adding them to mama's list. After we finish with the second mama and her babies, they should be added to the family tree. Therefore, they are added under grandma. However, grandma already has a mama and grandchildren, so we just add this mama next to the old one. Systematically, we just append mama list to grandma list. There is no other mamas in this family, so there is no other loop of I. So we just finish it here. The final grandma list is a large list with 2 lists in it, a list of 1, 3, 5, and a list of 2, 4, 6. And that is the list that is to be returned. So that's it. We finally did it. Told you it's easy. Now try these 2 examples. It should be easier now to write the program. And remember, indentation is very important. And bye.